A very good morning to you this morning, and it's story time, and I've got a wonderful story for you this morning. Such good news. It's a story that I just love to hear about because it's something that I often do with my own heart. And let me read you this story. It was in the winter of 1994 in Manchester in England. Paul was locking up his shop when he noticed a young woman sitting in the doorway of the closed post office across the street. She was thin, she was shivering, shaking, clutching a worn old blanket, and he asked her if she'd eaten, and she shook her head no. Paul went back inside. He made a cup of tea for her, wrapped up a bag of bread with some cheese and some apples, and he gave her this bag of food with $500 in it. She told him her name was Sarah, and she'd been on the streets for almost a year. For the next few weeks, he left a sandwich and a flask by the doorway every night. Slowly, she started talking more and more, and even laughing at his dry jokes. One evening, Paul went there and she was gone. Paul was worried, but months passed by with no sign of her, and eventually he assumed she had moved on or passed away. Well, 20 years later, Paul's shop was struggling. One afternoon, a smartly dressed lady walked in the shop carrying a leather briefcase. She introduced herself and she said, "Good morning, Paul." Or good afternoon. "Good afternoon, Paul. I don't know if you remember me, but I'm Sarah. You helped me when I had nothing." And she explained to him that after leaving Manchester, after receiving his money, she moved on. She found work at a shelter. She finished her education and she built a successful property business. She placed an envelope on the counter. Inside was enough money to pay off the whole of Paul's debts and renovate the shop. And she said, "I never forget that you fed me when no one else would. Now it's my turn." Wow, isn't that amazing? I always tell everyone I meet that be a giver, because giving is receiving, and when you give, you do receive. Keep smiling and keep shining. Love you lots.